You already served your country. Now it's time to let your country serve you. With a VA loan, eligible veterans and service members may be able to buy a home with no down payment, no monthly mortgage insurance, and some of the most competitive terms available. Today, we're breaking down how VA loans work and why they remain one of the most powerful home financing tools available to those who have served. First, what is a VA loan? A VA loan is a mortgage option backed by the Department of Veteran Affairs. Now, it's not the VA lending money directly. Instead, the VA guarantees a portion of the loan to the lender. So that guarantee is what makes lenders willing to offer zero down payment, no PMI, and favorable terms. VA loans are one of the few mortgage programs created specifically to honor military service. They help remove some of the biggest barriers to homeownership, including saving for a down payment and paying monthly mortgage insurance. For many veterans and service members, that can be the difference between continuing to rent and finally owning a home. Now, the VA loan is a great program. Half of the battle is being eligible. The ones who are eligible for a VA loan, in order to qualify, you would need to meet the service requirements. That being one, an active duty service member. That is a service member who served 90 consecutive days during wartime. Veterans with an honorable discharge. National Guard and Reserve with at least 6 years of honorable service. And surviving spouses of service members who died in service or from a service-related disability. This brings us to the Certificate of Eligibility, also known as the COE. The COE is a document that shows you meet the VA's eligibility requirements for the program. You can request it directly through the VA, or your lender can usually help attain it for you. Without the COE, the loan application cannot move forward, so it's one of the first steps in the VA loan process. What you are able to buy with a VA loan, very important that you do know, VA loans are only for primary residences. That means not for vacation homes or pure investment properties. So, what you are able to buy with a VA loan, that would include single family homes, VA approved condos, townhouses, even new construction or certain renovation projects. And yes, you can use VA to refinance too. And if you're wondering whether you qualify for a VA loan, I've included a link in the description where you can check your eligibility directly through the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Now, let's speak about some of the benefits of VA loans. Here's why VA loans are powerful. It is a host to competitive interest rates. Now, often about 0.5% lower than those of conventional loans. The benefit is reusable as long as entitlement is available. It's more flexible towards credit requirements. And most importantly, VA loans help military families achieve stability and wealth through home ownership. The big selling point here for a VA loan is there's no need for a down payment and there's no PMI. Now, don't get me wrong, if you build equity in your home, that's a good thing. You're going to be bringing down your monthly mortgage payment, but it's not a minimum requirement like the other loan programs, the conventional loans, the FHAs, where there's a minimum. With VA, no down payment. You could get 100% financing if you absolutely wish, as long as you're eligible for it. There is a VA funding fee, usually about 2.15%, unless you have at least a 10% disability rating. Then that fee is waived. And you'll also have standard closing costs, usually about 2 to 3% of the loan amount.
Now, something important to keep in mind with VA loans, the ability to buy with no down payment is a tremendous benefit, but it also means you may start with little to no equity. And if the VA funding fee is financed into the loan, your starting loan balance could be slightly higher than the home value at closing. That's why VA loans are often best suited for buyers who plan to stay in the home for at least 5 to 10 years. It gives you time to build equity through both your monthly payments and potential home appreciation. So if you decide to sell your home in the future, you may be in a stronger position financially.
So the process is straightforward. You work with a lender, not the VA directly. You apply with your income and bank documents. The lender verifies your COE, your certificate of eligibility, we discussed earlier, pulls your credit, and once approved, you'll know how much house you can buy with $0 down. From that point, you're pre-approved and you're able to shop. Now, if you already have a VA loan, there's something called a streamlined refinance. This refinance option is called the interest rate reduction refinance loan. So it's designed to lower your monthly payment quickly. So there's no appraisal needed there, there's no income verification, and minimal paperwork.
Now, one important thing to watch out for if you're considering a VA loan, if you're already eligible, be careful when searching for lenders online. Some companies spend heavily on advertising, and that can sometimes mean higher fees or less competitive terms. So it's important to compare your options and work with a lender who's transparent about pricing. At NEXA Mortgage, we specialize in VA loans and have access to a wide range of wholesale lenders, which allows to shop for competitive options based on your specific scenario. If you'd like to explore your options, you'll find my contact information in the description below. We can review your situation, go over the numbers, and help you determine the best path towards homeownership.
One myth about VA loans and the multiple uses and entitlement. A lot of people believe that it's just a one and done kind of deal, and that's can't be farther from the truth. Your VA loan benefit is reusable, but entitlement is the key. If you sell or pay off the first VA loan, your entitlement is restored in full, and you're able to purchase the new home, another new home, with 100% financing again. In some cases, you can even have two VA loans at once if you still have entitlement available. But the new home must always be your primary residence. So some key takeaways that I want you to take from this video. If you're eligible, VA is one of the best loan programs out there. One of the best loan programs available out there for you if you are eligible for this program, if you serve this country. No down payment, no PMI, low interest rates, and flexible qualifications. It's not just for first time buyers. You can use it multiple times as long as entitlement is available. If you are eligible for it, definitely get in contact with a loan officer who will be able to assist you further with it, because a lot of times it's going to be your best bang for your buck.
If you're eligible for a VA loan, I strongly encourage you to take advantage of it. It's one of the most powerful mortgage benefits available to veterans and service members. And if you're not sure where to start, reach out to a loan officer or real estate agent who understands how VA loans work. You served your country, now let us serve you. If you qualify, don't miss out on this benefit you've earned. You can call or text me directly at 743-330-1454 or email me at njones@nexalending.com. I'd be happy to walk you through your eligibility and help you get started. As always, cool beans. Thank you for watching. And most importantly, thank you for your service.